It may be the region's most important job-generating development in the past century. On the Business Courier front page centerpiece, a bold plan for the Uptown and the huge potential for the interchange at I-71 and Martin Luther King Drive. The key players in this land development are Evanston-based Nair Properties, one of the largest and most active commercial real estate developers in Greater Cincinnati, and Norwood-based Kulkarni Properties, which was founded in 2007 and has 4 employees. Nair and Kulkarni have partnered on a vision for this 20-acre surrounding the 2-year-old interchange located just 3 miles from the central business district. The developers plan to use 4 acres to kick off what is expected to be a 4-phase, $500 million mixed-use development called the Node that will include research and office space, Class A hotel, multifamily residential units, and retail and restaurant space. The end game is an innovation district that will bring jobs and transform a neighborhood. Business Courier reporter Tom Demeropoulos wrote this story and joins us this morning, along with Chris DeBrosi, Vice President of Real Estate Development for Nair Properties. Tom and Chris.
Thank you, Peg. Chris, thanks for joining us here this morning.
Tom, it's my pleasure.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about what is the vision for the Node? This is your development that's planned at the intersection of Reading Road and Martin Luther King.
The Node is really the start of a much bigger conversation. This is all about talent, talent attraction, and talent retention. So how can we bring together the universities, all the great work happening there at the hospital systems to really create the job node of the future?
Excellent. And how do you anticipate this development playing into kind of the broader innovation district that's being worked on in Uptown? And then also, why is this important to the region of Cincinnati?
It's a regional draw, and again, we want to attract talent, and we don't want to bring businesses just from Blue Ash and Mason, correct? We want to bring them from outside the Cincinnati area. In order to do that, we need to provide the new companies coming into the city. To do that, we do it with the attraction of the jobs. The Node is setting the stage for all that. It is the nucleus. The Node is all about bringing people together, right? We need to bring people together at the Node and create that excitement. And just like your front yard or your front door, we need to create the front door that is going to set the image to what can happen around that main intersection of MLK and Reading. So it's critical that we get the architecture, the placemaking, and bring some residential options.
Excellent. Chris, so one of the things that we talked about when working on the story was the importance of this first phase, getting this first phase right. Tell our viewers a little bit about kind of what you're anticipating will be part of this first phase and why it's so critical to get everything kind of just right to start this project.
It's critical as the front door, correct. It is the first thing you're going to see when you exit the highway. UC's Digital Future building, which breaks ground on Monday, is another great addition to that front door. However, we need more. So we're the northern front doors. So what we're trying to do is create the right architecture with the right placemaking and provide the residential options so that it really becomes an 18 to 24-hour city, right? And not just a 9-hour city. We need to retain, we have 45,000 jobs there during the day. And I believe the current OKI Jobs Hub talked about 436 of those people stay in the area. We need to do better than that. Yeah. We need to create that sense of place, create a neighborhood.
Yeah, that's where the other players that are working on this vision for, this vitally important piece of Cincinnati.
As this is a regional draw, right? It's about the region. It's imperative that we continue to work with UC, leading the education piece. The hospital systems, obviously Children's #2 in the nation. And then we have the port, we have Ready Cincinnati, we have the chamber, and we have Source Cincinnati telling the story. Cincinnatians aren't great about telling their story about all the great things happening here, right? So Source Cincinnati is doing that for us.
Yeah, excellent. Well, Chris, this is a development we'll be watching for a long time to come and looking forward to seeing more activity on the site as things get started there. So thank you again for joining us this morning.
Thank you for your time.